Alone in the frozen wild, a man's survival on the ice river. In the heart of the harsh
Made it.
northern wilderness,
Body held
where the
strong.
icy winds howl like lost spirits and the snow stretches endlessly in every direction, a solitary figure trekked through the frozen landscape. His name was Elias, a seasoned survivalist who had long understood the fragility of life in the wild. But this was unlike anything he had ever faced. Elias had come to the region to test his skills and conquer nature's most unforgiving elements. However, a sudden snowstorm had swept in, leaving him disoriented and far from his planned route. The ice river, once a solid guide, had become a vast, shifting expanse of snow and ice, treacherous and impassable. His food supplies had dwindled to nearly nothing, and the cold gnawed at him, even as his thick jacket and gloves failed to keep out the biting chill. With no way of communicating with the outside world and no hope of rescue for days, Elias knew he had to depend solely on his instincts and training. His breath came in quick, visible puffs, and each step felt like a battle against an invisible enemy. He had to find shelter before nightfall. The ice beneath his feet creaked ominously, as though warning him to turn back, but there was no turning back now. As the hours passed, the landscape blurred into a frozen nightmare of white. Elias found a small crevasse in the ice where he took shelter, using his limited supplies to start a fire with what little dry wood he could find. The fire crackled weakly, but it was enough to keep the frostbite at bay. Elias wrapped himself in his survival blanket and tried to sleep, but the constant howling of the wind kept him awake. The next day, his energy was low, but his survival instinct drove him onward. He scavenged what he could, melting ice for water and rationing his remaining food. He ventured closer to the edge of the river, where he spotted a faint trail, perhaps the marks of an animal that had ventured through the same territory. It was a small hope, but it was enough to ignite a spark of determination in Elias. For days he battled the elements, using his knowledge of the wilderness to find shelter in rocky outcrops and avoid the most dangerous areas of the river. Each step was an act of survival. His body grew weaker, but his resolve only grew stronger. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Elias spotted something.
There.
An old, abandoned cabin near the edge of the ice river.
I made
With
it.
trembling hands, he pushed open the door and collapsed inside, the warmth of the cold room offering a sense of safety
Made
he
it.
hadn't known for
Body held
days.
strong.
Exhausted but alive, he knew he had faced the worst the frozen wild had to offer and had survived.
Still here.
Not just by skill, but
Still
by the
breathing.
unyielding force of will. Elias sat by the cabin's cold hearth, his body sore, but his spirit intact. In the frozen wilderness, he had learned that survival wasn't just about the strength to endure the elements, but the heart to face the unknown, to confront fear, and to keep going, alone in the frozen wild. Please subscribe to this channel for such kind of amazing stories. Take care of yourself, your friends, and the people's lives around you.